Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Apothecary Diaries Season 2 episode number 24 reaction, and this is the final episode of this season. Now the previous episode was a very tragic episode. It was a very beautiful episode as well. We get to see how both Shisho and Lolan, both of them, played their role as a villain. Shisho did that obviously because number one, which is pretty obvious, he always loved Shenmei, and he just wanted to help her out every single time, even though Shenmei didn't really care about him. Maybe she did a little bit, but that's just like her pride and her ambition was like higher than that. And she like multiple times she did a lot of things which kind of didn't work out, and Shisho was always there trying to help her, but she always backed out of taking that help. But eventually now Shisho was able to not only collect all the bad people, the people who are going to harm the kingdom in one place. He fulfilled his duty as you know I guess as one of the officials of the kingdom, by sacrificing his own life, and like making sure that the kingdom can take out all the like harmful elements of the of the kingdom. And yeah, so he played his role. Lolan in the end made sure that Jinshi spares the people who have died once, which is obviously his sister. So like spares them, and maybe other people who doesn't have that much grave offenses, and took the brunt of everything by injuring Jinshi. And yeah, and then she was shot. She fell. Now here's the thing. I said this in the previous video that I was like, unless and until I see a body, I don't usually believe. But I thought like this was actually it for Lolan because of the way how the whole situation was building up to. But from a few comments, I kind of realized that there is another possibility, which is the hairpin being in the place where the bullet got. Like I thought about it, but I didn't think about it that much because I was like, it's a hairpin. Like how much of a probability and a coincidence it could be that the bullet actually like hurt, like took, like the hairpin took the brunt of the bullets, like thing. And I just never thought about it like that. But who knows? This is an anime. Like if they actually wanted to make us survive, yeah, and they can do that. So I'm still keeping my hopes up, even though it's very low. Let's see. All right, let us begin. Final episode of this season. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, the beginning. Yeah. Oh. Wait, who stitched it like that? Mm. Damn, how strong did what? Uh, he actually came here because he wanted to save Mama as soon as possible. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Damn. Wait a minute. Are these are the kids alive? But how? Didn't she check? It, it was when Shinmei grabbed her throat, right? But you're the prince. Wait. The kids, are they alive or something? Like, what's going on? Damn. Yeah, that is actually true. Yeah, he wears like one of the most like simplest dresses. Uh, yeah. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. I can see someone immediately coming and interrupting this whole. Oh. Yep, someone's coming in. One, two, three. Yep, there you go. Oh. Okay, so they're alive. But how? Oh, wait. Did they? Oh my god. Oh, so Lolan made them drink the resurrection potion. True. Because, Suire was able to do it, so she took a gamble, I guess. Also, as she said, ones who have died and died once, please spare them. No, no, yeah. I thought she was only talking about her sister, but I guess this applies to this as well. Damn, they're just waiting outside for. I guess makes sense. He's literally the prince. Okay, so damn. Yeah, right. Hmm, right. Damn, that was crazy. Can she have done that to herself? Like, took the. Oh my god. Also, was that in the previous episode inside the bush? There was something. Oh damn, which makes sense. Oh, there you go. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Damn. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, oh wait, so they're living. I guess it makes sense. They were brought to their kingdom. Damn. Hmm. Yeah, I was thinking maybe like some of them failed or something, but all of them came back. He lost his memory. Yeah. So he doesn't remember anything about. Makes sense. Ah, that's good. But wait. What about the? Oh, nice. Why did they not adopt the other kid? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense because the other kids have memories with him. Hmm. Joe. Okay. Ah. Oh my God. Oh. What? Oh no. So yeah. Hmm. Okay. Well. Hmm. And she can write properly now. Hmm. Okay. Damn. The first time, she said how she is not able to empathize with people like from a very young age. So the first time she shed tears, I guess, for someone. Okay, so yeah, there's a possibility. Hmm. Because then there's a possibility of her. Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Oh. Right. Hmm. Managing our staff. Right. Hmm. The what? Yeah. She gave it to. Hmm. No, she said she gave it. Hmm. Which was? Oh, okay. Yeah, he did say that he has something more to say. Well, come on, you said you're going to say something, so you already know what. Oh yeah. Oh, the scar is gone. Yeah, what is it? What? I don't think that's. Oh my god, bruh. Yeah, he said that we're gonna come. Yeah, wait, who? Oh, I guess he said she said his father. If someone's gonna interrupt, yep. There we go. Damn. Well, because it's an anime. Right. Yeah. Um. Oh damn, he actually fell asleep. Okay, well, all right, here we go. Maybe something we're going to get. Wait, 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 wait. Oh This is. Hey! There you go. Well, you have the hairpin. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. The bullet hole. Well, tamamo. Tamamo. Hmm. Right. There you go. And that was today's episode. All right, so today's episode, yeah, there you go. She is alive, and yeah, it turns out it was the hairpin. Now, this is the thing, if this was something like I don't know, like some kind of like a necklace, big necklace with a big, like a thing, or maybe like some like something that has a bigger surface area. I would have said that, oh yeah, that probably saved her. But even though it did come to my mind that yeah, the hairpin might take the bullet, there's a possibility. I didn't really think about it because I was like, it's a hairpin. Like what what can it do? But yeah, the upper part of the hairpin is a bit, it's like a bit bigger, so I guess it kind of worked out. If it was just like a normal hairpin, it wouldn't have worked in no way. Um, and yeah, and also the thing is that it kind of makes sense that the hairpin could take the bullet. It's because the hairpin is supposed to be one of the most expensive, one of the most like the best, like out of probably it's made one of the out of one of the most strongest and the best material. So yeah, it makes sense. It could take the actual force of a bullet and not break. It would kind of make sense because it's Jinshi's hairpin. Obviously, it is going to be made by the best of the best materials and the best of the best things. So right. So yeah, she's alive in the end, as you can see, and obviously she's I think she plans on going on the other side. Like she says, like, oh, like like when she was talking about to that guy, she was like, oh, the other side of the water, that might be fun or something like that. She said, right? Yeah. So I'm guessing we might not see her from here onwards. Maybe in the future, who knows? But for now, at least, she's probably going to just leave this place and go somewhere else and live a new life or something like that. But the thing is, the fact that she sold the hairpin means the hairpin will still stay here. So as Mama was saying, maybe one day they're going to come across the hairpin, and if that happens, then that would imply that she's alive. So if Mama suddenly one day, like while going through the market or something, suddenly sees the hairpin, and she's like, "Oh damn!" Like she'll realize she's alive immediately. So it's like it's like she'll at least know that that she's somewhere there, somewhere alive, somewhere. But yeah, I guess not necessarily. Maybe because who knows? Like it's a bit tricky because there is a possibility someone found that hairpin and sold it. That's also a possibility. And obviously the most, like, the other possibility is she survived and sold it to someone. So these two possibilities will probably come into Mama's head. But as she said, either if the hairpin is found, that would mean that her body would also be found. If her body is not found and the hairpin is found somewhere else, like in a marketplace or something, then that would mean there is a high possibility of her surviving. Because for the hairpin to end up being in the market must mean someone found it, and if someone found it, shouldn't they also find the body? The fact that the body has still not been found would probably tell Mao Mao that, yeah, that means the person who had the hairpin was none other than Lolan herself, and she was the one who sold it. So, like, it's kind of like that, I guess, because if someone else sells it, they must have found it from the body, right? And if they found the body, they would probably inform, and it would be a huge thing, obviously. So yeah, something like that. Anyways, if she finds it in the marketplace, she will probably understand that, oh, there is a high possibility that Lolan is alive. But that's for the future, I guess. Like I said, I don't know if you're going to be seeing Lolan again from here onwards. Again, maybe in some future arc or something, who knows. But for now, like, as you can see, she plans on going on the other side, right? That's what she says. Okay, her name is Tamamo now. So wait a minute. My name is Tamamo. Tama like the Hyoku for jade, and Mo as seaweed. So jade. Am I not getting, like? I'm pretty sure this is some kind of a, like, there is. I'm sure there's a significance for this name. Like, he explains it like Tama like the Gyoku for jade, and Mo as in the seaweed. So jade, I guess it makes sense, like, because of a connection to the rare palace and all that, like, and Gyokyo and all that. Maybe that's why, I don't know. And more seaweed. Seaweed. What is the significance of seaweed with her? Uh, I don't know. Sounds like a name with blessings from the ocean. Ocean. Or maybe there wasn't any kind of significance behind her name. But I feel like there is some kind of significance, like some kind of a deeper reason for her taking this name, which maybe I'm not able to properly understand. Let me know in the comments. Okay. And yeah, this is where she says, like, right, the other side of the ocean sounds exciting. Um, yeah, so she's like decided to go on the other side. Yeah, and she says bye bye. So, which obviously is like a way of saying that, yeah, she probably won't appear from here onwards, which is a shame because, well, at least she's alive, I guess. Uh, but yeah. Hopefully, in some future arc, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we see her or something. I do hope so. Okay, so yeah, like, I wanted to talk about that, the very first thing, like, that the whole, like, her survival, that whole thing. Now, not only that, the kids also survived, which is, I genuinely wasn't expecting that, because I thought that was it for the kids, because Mama went and, like, checked the pulse and everything and all that. So, and it kind of makes sense. Like, the reason why she was sleeping with the kids was because she was waiting, if someone comes back to life, she's going to immediately know. So that's why she was there with them. Like, I don't know, I just thought, like, she was there because she, I don't know, like, wanted to stay the longest with them even after they're dead. That's why I thought she was sleeping there. But I guess it makes sense. Like, she was there for a bigger reason. Like, she was like, yeah, and she realized that that was probably what Lolan did, because he said, didn't say poison but medicine, which is true. Like, like, that back then in that episode, like, she was like, oh, when Mama was like, did you poison them, and she was like, it's a medicine. Now, I took it in a more, I don't know, like, a more, like, in a different way. I took it, like, in a different meaning, like medicine, like, because medicines, they take out our pain, like, they help us recover, they ease our pain, it's like something like that. So in that way, I thought, like, she's saying, like, oh no, it's not a poison, it's a medicine for them, because in the future, if they get caught, they would be tortured. So this is like a medicine, like, for them to just go away smiling peacefully into the afterlife. So in that way, I took, like, the medicine. I thought it was, she meant it in a more, she literally meant it, like, it was medicine. So I didn't expect that. I was thinking she was talking in a more cryptic manner in that sense. In a way, she was saying like, ah, it's medicine for them because if they're alive, they would have a very bad time. So this is like more like a medicine. This is like giving them relief from that by taking their life. I took it in that way. I didn't think like, yeah, she was okay, and yeah, that makes sense because Swe- uh, Swede was able to survive with the medicine. It was a more like it's an experimental medicine, obviously. Like for Swede, she had her whole hand was like paralyzed. I think like she cannot her hand that much. You saw that. It was a side effect of the medicine, right? So that's what happened to Swede. So there was a possibility it might not have worked. Some kids might not have come back to life. There was a possibility of that, but all the kids came back to life. There was only one problem, which was with the that kid, Joyu, and I think his name now is Joyu, right? He he came back to life almost at the end, and he had one problem, which was his memories. His memories didn't come back, which I guess you could say it's a blessing in disguise because what he went through was very horrible. So yeah, now she doesn't remember. She just knows Mao Mao and all the other people here, which is good. Um, yeah, so that is the only side effect that the medicine had in one of the kids. The other kids are fine, I think. Like as Mao mentioned, all the other kids are fine, and it makes sense. Adu took them in, which is good because obviously like Adu um, took the kids in, took Suire in as well. So you know that's very good. I'm glad. And it also makes sense, as they said, they separated Joe from the other kids because they have the memories. So it would be a, I don't know what to say, it would be like an awkward kind of a, like because they have memories with him, and they also have memories of the past, while he doesn't have any memories. So it's going to be very weird, and they're kids, like it's going to affect them more mentally, I feel like. And so it was a good idea that they decided to keep Shoyu somewhere else, um and he could live his life from in a brand new way, it's like from the scratch, uh while Adu helps out the others. So right, there you go. What else? Okay, so yeah, that was like the two important parts of today's episode: the kids coming back to life, and Lolan's like what happened to Lolan, her fate. A few other things. For example, Jinshi and Mao Mao's interaction throughout the episode. Um, you know, the part when they were in in that place, in that tent where all the kids were. Um, they had a very long interaction over there. Mama saw Jinshi's like face, and she kind of helped the wound out a little bit because the person who did the stitching didn't really do a good job. Obviously, they're not doctors, they did their best. So she made sure that it was okay. And then obviously Jinshi also had the whole like trying to kiss her. And then the kids like they came back to life, so that whole section got interrupted. Damn, so today's episode Jinshi got interrupted two times. Like, and then later, like in the last part of the episode where he gets interrupted by the kid. So now this is the thing, like I don't really know what to think about this because I feel like I don't understand. Does Mama realize what's going on? Like, Mama said herself that she is very, like kind of oblivious most of the time to other people's feelings, and uh, she mentioned it in like before. So, does she realize what Jinshi was trying to do? I'm genuinely curious because I feel like she understands, but she doesn't understand the, like the, what can I say? She doesn't understand how, like, ah, what's that word? She cannot understand the weight of what he's trying to do. Like she probably understands that he's trying to kiss her or something. She understands that. She probably also understands that Jinshi likes her. I think she should understand, right? After all of that, you know. But I feel like she doesn't understand the significance of it and the weight of it, because as she said, she's kind of oblivious to other people's feelings, and she cannot understand like emotions in that way. That is why she's always so nonchalant about a lot of the things. So she probably understands what Jinshi is trying to do, and she probably also understands that Jinshi likes her, because come on, at this point I feel like she understands, like, yeah, but she just doesn't understand how, like how much weight that carries. Maybe that's what it is. She's like, oh, okay, so he's trying to kiss me, he probably likes me, and that's it. Like usually, what would it be? People would, either they would react in two ways. Either they'd get flustered, or they'd get annoyed. So mom was lacking that department. So she's like, oh, he's trying to kiss me. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got interrupted. Whatever. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she understands as well that Jinshi actually likes him, and she herself doesn't really get that whole thing. So yeah, it's probably that, because come on, like they were literally 2 inches away from their lips touching. Even after that, if mama doesn't understand, I generally don't know what to say. Like, yeah, so she understands. She probably understands. Right. Yeah. There you go. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about here is like I said, how she mentioned that she doesn't really understand, or she doesn't really understand the weight of emotions, like, from a very young age. Uh, this makes it even more, what can I say, like, even more, the scene where she was reading the letter. The fact that she cried over there kind of shows that, like, how much the whole, like, friendship with Shisui and Zhaoran mattered to her, because even someone like her who never understands what emotions are in a way other people understands, she still cried. So it was that much. It was so much that it affected her, that even she shed tears. So, which kind of shows how deep the friendship was between those three. Like, she multiple times she says that, oh, like, was it friendship that we shared? Was it friendship that I and she shared? She says probably, at least I think it was in from my side. What about her? What about Shisui? Did she think that was friendship? You know. So yeah, there was a section in today's episode where she was thinking all of that. So yeah, there you go. Now, a few other changes that happened. Number one, what was his name? Loman, right? Yeah, Loman, right? The doctor, the adoptive father of Mamo. Um, he stayed in the Rare Palace. He's going to, obviously he's very talented. He's a great doctor. So, like, letting him go back is going to be a very it would be a big shame for them. So they decided to uh, let him stay, and he's going to help out with the medical procedures and everything. Um, Another change, which is the Yokio's child was born, and born without any problems, and she is the empress now, right? Wait a minute, let me check. I think that's what they mentioned. Uh, Here we go. So we see in the Verdes house how festive at the beginning of the year, new crown piece is being revealed, right? There you go. That's what I heard. Okay, festivities and all that. Okay. Okay, where's that part where they mentioned that Gyokyo is. Here we go. I heard concubine Gyokyo, whom Mao Mao served, is going to become empress. So there you go. Um, yeah, and then we see the kid. Lishu's. No, wait. What? No, Lishu's the. What's her daughter's name? Gyokyo's daughter's name? I forgot. Something with it, Lee or something. I forgot. Anyways, she's she's also there. You know, like everyone's there. You know, all the her handmaidens and the two sisters. You can see three sisters. So this is also where they say that Mao Mao went back to the apothecary. Here we go. After the baby was delivered, they decided to keep Dad in the palace rather than return him to the pleasure district. There you go. He was usually thrown out unreasonably, so skills as a doctor are solid. Okay, so that's that. Um, then Jinshi's like busy. There we go. This also meant that I had no longer had a palace in the a place in the rare palace. That set is busier working here in the pleasure district. Maybe since my dad stocked up before. Yeah, the five children all came back to life. Yeah, that talks about like them. Adu took them in. Right. So then Sekyu comes in, and like Sekyu also kind of talks a little bit more about um you know what the official like statement was, like what happened with Mao Mao. They said that Mao Mao and Shisui, they both found a job somewhere else, and that's why they're not there, because they have to say something, right? Obviously. And that's why Xiaolan sent the letter to both of them, because her term was done. She also moved on. Damn. So like next season, when we get another season, a lot of things will be changing, because like a lot of characters that we've been seeing will just not be there. Like Xiaolan won't be there. Lolan is not there at all. Um, who else? What else changes? Mama will be here in the pleasure district for now, at least. I don't know if she's going to go back again. I'm sure she will, but don't know exactly under what circumstances she'll go back to the rare palaces again. Palace again. Um, then what else? Gyokyo is the empress now. Is going to be the empress. Also, since Lolan is not there, that would mean that like Adu is here. Like Adu has taken so that's that. Um, so wait, one thing I don't understand. So the whole thing with Adu, like, so so what? Like she just comes back just like that? Like, wasn't she like she left, right? So now she can come back like that, just like that. I guess maybe it's because Zolan is not there. Maybe that's why it's that easy for her to, like, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like understand the whole like how this is like working. Like, yeah, I think it's probably that, because Lolan is missing now. Lolan is not there. I guess it was easier for Adu to come back and just something like that. Maybe let me know. Maybe I'm forgetting. This happened in season one. Adu's like leaving the palace happened in season one. Maybe there's a few things that I'm forgetting there. But anyways, so yeah, like it's a good thing, because now she can like she can take care of like the orphans, them, like Sweet A as well. Like under her care they will be fine. Also, Jinshi's biological mother, you know, is here, which is good. Um, so yeah. So right, there you go. So in a way, like it's good that Adu came back. So yeah, like I said, there'll be a lot of like changes, like because these first two seasons, it like kind of established like a certain setting, and it kind of went along from there, and now everything is like going to change, like so many changes like already. So there you go. Right. Okay, what else? Yeah, I think that was it. That was today's episode. Overall, obviously Apothecary Diaries have always been one of my favorites. Like, I mentioned this before, like I read the manga first. I didn't really find it that engaging. So when the anime was announced and everything, I was like, okay, I'll probably watch it. That was my attitude. And then I watched it, and that's also the reason why I didn't do season one reaction, because I thought like, oh, it's going to be like one of the, like, because I read the manga and I genuinely didn't feel anything, any type of, and I guess that it kind of matters. A lot of people finds a lot more excitement from manga, and they prefer the manga more. Me, however, even though I know that sometimes mangas are the better option because like adaptation issues and all that, I more or less prefer animes more because it's, I don't know, it's more of an engaging like thing for me. Like the animation, the vibrant colors, the characters talking, the music, the atmosphere. It's like a completely different like type of thing for me. So there has been so many instances where a lot of mangas I've read and I never really felt anything. When I watched the anime, I was blown away, and it became like my instant favorite. This is one of those shows. So in season one, I read the manga, I didn't feel anything, so I was like, okay, it's just gonna be, probably it won't be for me. But I watched it, and then I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I didn't feel this way while reading the manga at all. What the hell? That was literally my, like, what I thought. And then I was like, you know what, from season two, I have to react to this because this is so good. And yeah, and that's why now this season I reacted to it completely. I would have to say that this season is better than season one. Season one was so good, especially the ending few episodes. Like, I absolutely loved it. And I really didn't think that season two would be able to surpass that. And here we are. Season two surpassed season one, at least in my opinion. And we got to know so many things. Like, season one was more of a introduction kind of thing, if you think about it like that. This season like showed us so many things, like like just like a lot of things we got to know. We got to know like a lot of inner workings of the palace and all that stuff, their history, their like the previous emperor, this and that, all that stuff we got to know. So yeah, overall fantastic episode. Sorry, season, and the whole Shisui Lolan like thing was absolutely amazing. The way they they did the whole story over there. I did like catch Lolan pretty quickly. Like, I did understand that there is a high possibility of Shisui being Lolan because like in that episode, the ghost story episode, that is the episode where I realized that they might be the same because their expressions were exactly the same, and I was like, oh my god, she looks so much like Lolan. Is she Lolan? Right, but obviously, like still the revelations were amazing. Um, and the whole thing with Shenmei and everything, it was like really good. Right. So yeah, that's what happened. That is this season. Overall, loved it. Better than season one in my opinion, and season one in itself was already so good. So this is even better than that. Um, yeah, and I hope we get a season three. Okay, you know what? Let me check. Apothecary Diaries. I doubt there has been any announcement this quick. But who knows? Maybe there is some hints for the next season or something. I don't know. Okay, season one, season two. Is there a season three announcement? Let me see. Oh, oh, it's been announced. Oh, damn. Okay, Apothecary Diaries sequel. Zokhen. So it has just been announced, but there has been no date or anything. Obviously, it will probably be 2026. And yeah. Oh damn! I wasn't expecting it to. Okay, that's good. That's very good. People are saying this might be a movie. I really hope it isn't. Like, good God, please. Like, I don't really like movies like that in that sense because number one, it's just, I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, obviously the budget is more, but we have to like wait for so damn long for the movies to come out and then the digital version, the Blu-ray to come out. It's too damn long, and I really hope this isn't a movie. Like, for the love of God, please, just make it like a normal 24 episodes or like something like that. Maybe if 13 episodes is also okay, but not a movie. Please don't make this a movie. Um, right. But yeah, at least it's been announced. I guess that's the good part. Like I genuinely wasn't expecting to get already announced. That's good. Right. So yeah, and that was this season for me. Fantastic as always. And next season, I'm guessing we might have more development from Mao Mao and Jinshi because, like I said, today this season, especially this last episode, kind of showed that, like, I don't know. I feel like Mao Mao realizes Jinshi's feelings for her, but she probably doesn't understand her own feelings for Jinshi, or even if she has some. That's why she just she's just like because come on, like yeah, after today's episode I'm pretty sure she understands that Jinshi likes her. So so that's why I feel like next season there might be more developments. And if Mamo ever likes Jinshi in that way, it'll probably be next season, we'll get to see. uh for now at least she's just like very nonchalant about it. uh, right. But yeah, you know what? I'm just glad that Lolan is still alive. So yeah, that's good. She took a different name, and she probably going to leave this place for now. Um, and yeah, that is it. That was this season. So I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching, guys. I really enjoyed this season, and I have to say that if this goes like this, season 3 will be even better. I hope. Because my god, this season was fantastic, especially the whole Lolan and that whole thing was absolutely, and that was like so good. Like like season 1 final few episodes with Lakan, that whole thing I absolutely loved. And I feel like this whole thing with Suire, Shishui, like Shenmei, all these things that happen, yeah, it was even better than that. Like I generally thought season 1 couldn't be surpassed, but here we are. So yeah, again, so that is it. Thanks for watching. This was my reaction to the final episode of Apothecary Diaries season 2. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the other animes that I'll be reacting to, the ones that will be replacing this. I'll see you guys in the next anime reaction. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.